Here's our empire plan, which, yeah, now we're empire planning, guys. Sorry, I meant to do a longer opening than that because I've been gone for a little bit. The reason I haven't been around is because I caught a cold, guys. The good news, though, is that while I was down with that cold, I did manage to acquire a new graphics card. So for the first time since leaving a year and a half ago to deal with some real-life personal problems, we are back in 60 frames per second. Let's get good. Welcome back to Endless Legend. We are the Kapaku, and we are in combat already. It looks like the dredges are facing down a rather large settler army from the Auriga. Why are they running primarily settler armies here? We'll let that play out, like it's already happening. I meant to select auto for that. We're gonna lose these dredges anyway. They don't have a good chance here. But I guess if we're gonna focus our damage, we should try to focus it on settlers. Although it looks like they're hiding those settlers inside of a village. Oh, look at that. They have a Skoros now. Okay, so we'll let that fight just kind of do its own thing. I'm not really worried about that. Here's our empire plan, which, yeah, now we're empire planning, guys. Sorry, I meant to do a longer opening than that because I've been gone for a little bit. The reason I haven't been around is because I caught a cold, guys. The good news, though, is that while I was down with that cold, I did manage to acquire a new graphics card. So for the first time since leaving a year and a half ago to deal with some real-life personal problems, we are back in 60 frames per second. Beautiful quality. That makes me extremely happy. I can't even explain how much of a difference that makes to my confidence level recording these. And make fun of that if you want to, I completely understand. Okay, let's get back into the game though. So we just got our empire plan, which is off the hook. Like, we literally grabbed everything. Like, everything. There's nothing left. I'm gonna go ahead and pop our gold booster there because we have no reason not to. We also have all these wonderful things up here. Like, we are just killing it this game. No joke. We have the ultimate empire plan now. We do, however, have these small armies. That is a Skoros coming from these folks right over here, which, if I'm not mistaken, are the Vaulters. Yes. So this should be concerning that they're sending fleets over into our ocean, but it's really not, because we should be pumping out relatively quick defensive fleets, and even if we aren't, we have all these fleets stationed here. So, like, in theory, I could just unstation a couple ships from here. Oh, yeah, we lost those dredges. That was expected. So we're gonna take 2 of the ships from here, for example. We'll make a new army out of them, and I'm almost 100% certain that these garrisons will assist them in combat. We're gonna go ahead and... yeah, look at that. Look at that. So we'll auto this fight, let it go. That Skoros is going to survive, just barely, because he retreated, I think. No, he didn't actually retreat. He just barely survived. He took half his health and damage. Anyways, my point is more that we can get in the way of these guys and block them off. Speaking of which, we should probably do that with this dredge right here. The question is, where do we want to pull units out? I'll do right here. We've already pulled 2 out of the other one. I'm gonna pull 2 out of here and then send them over here to sort of block him. Oh, he might actually make it. He might actually make it to the ground first, which... is that a concern in Aldadev? It actually is kind of a concern. We don't have a lot of stone golems here. So, let's... limit it to 1 copy in your empire, which we already built somewhere else, I think. Yeah. Okay, we have tons of stone soldiers there, though, that'll work. And we can start building new stone soldiers here. We didn't want mining here. We didn't want this here as well, because we don't have very many strategic resources in this region. We do, however, want an additional burrow. We will always, always take an additional burrow. Boop. Okay, so we're gonna get... if that's our city, and that's our golem farm thing, we are gonna go... district, Abbey of Abnormalities. I'm gonna actually build up this way first, mainly because we want to level up this abbey to get the most out of it. Okay, and while we're here, we'll go ahead and move all of these guys from that into maybe production. Yeah, we'll go production. Although, they don't really have a lot to produce, do they? Well, I mean, they got the Burrow Street. That'll get them through that in 2 turns. What if we just switch it all to dust? It'll be 3... we'll just do dust. Generating more dust there is fine. Same thing goes here. Like, we really don't need to generate more production here. We could go with science, like if we just wanted to push through really fast. The other thing we could do, and I hadn't really thought about this that much, but I should have, is we could go like half food. We're gonna grow in 2 turns like that, otherwise it's 3 turns. How many turns is it if we go all in? If we go all in on food, we can just mass grow population. I think we're gonna do that for a little bit. We're gonna mass grow population with the intention of being able to expand into these regions and fill them out a little bit better because of that. In this case, though, we may stick with dust just because of how much additional dust that one region generates. Ululani Raui looks like he has a level to spend that we may not have spent yet. He does. Where do we want to put that? Probably right here for some additional science. Yeah, we're not going to get too much else by picking anything other than that. Although we could work our way up towards this one, which will give us more fortification. Or the security one would actually be useful as well. The military upkeep one, not so much, because I think that only applies if you're the hero of an army. So let's do the science first. Okay, he's got science. Let's have all of our units move and see where they end up. We are allied now. I'm trying to remember where we left off, guys, because it was a while ago that I last played this. We are allied now with the cultists in exchange for going to war with the cravers. So we are going to begin taking these ocean regions from them, just like that. They're not really defending Chisis here anyway, so by capturing this, all we're really doing is removing them from an area adjacent to our territories. And we'll also pick up all these nice little facilities here. We've got a spices facility here that's not great, but it'll help. Mainly, I'm excited about this dust orchid right here. That dust orchid is really, really nice, as are all of these strategic resources, which we're always in the market for more of. It's interesting that there's these ocean regions that have no capturable stuff in them, too. I wonder if you can actually gain influence over those in any way, or if they're just sort of meant to be, like, neutral ground. They're probably just meant to be neutral ground, realistically. Okay, let's see who needs marching orders. You guys need marching orders, because you need to garrison right there. Oh, look at that, y'all. Look at that. That is our transfer ship right here. This is the one that's focused entirely on moving units quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them right here. And then, if at all possible, we're going to separate this guy out into his own unit and move him back onto the water where he will go and recruit other people. Or we could theoretically just unassign him, I guess. That would work just as well. Or we could just reassign him to the group we want, like this. Provided he has... Does he have enough turns left? Yes, he does. Okay, cool. So we're going to put him on that fleet, which will make that fleet move faster. It'll also make them invisible in the water, and we're going to send them straight over as well. We'll just send them over that way. The Scyther, we kind of just have running interference over here, so we'll actually send him down to intercept that dredge that's coming in, just in case it does. That would actually be kind of funny for us if they, you know, send that dredge and then we wreck them. You two can stay right where you're at, because I'm going to have you play defensive water coverage. And this is us trying to expand this way towards the Alii. Got some... Is that dredges or those... Yeah, those are orcs. Okay. So we're going to pop up on the shore here. We'll kill these orcs. Really not much of a challenge here. This should be pretty quick and easy. Yeah, they're gone. And then we'll move forward. We'll probably take these villages along the way just to make sure that no more minor faction armies spawn to dwindle down our forces. And this naval unit can attack that guy. Bye, Mr. Fireship. Okay, so Fireship's gone, and we are going to keep sending these guys over here to reinforce this particular listening post. Sorry, I didn't know what the technical term for those was. So once we get that reinforced, we'll have control of 2 oceans. We're working on control of a 3rd down here, and we are slowly but surely expanding over to here. One thing you'll notice here is that now that we have some map reveal going on, like, this blue faction is off the hook. Who even is that? So that's the Wild Walkers. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Like, the Wild Walkers are all about that aggressive industrial expansion. However, we should be able to push in and sort of take them down a notch in our own time. I don't know that they're actually that well built, though. Like, I mean, look at this. There's 6 regions here. Well, not 6 regions. 6 hexes there, 7 hexes maybe. These are all fairly medium-sized cities, where we've got these much larger cities that, well, I mean, some of them are larger. Janaldos is about the same size. However, we're going to be ramping those up really, really quickly as we're now switching people into food to generate more population growth, which will generate more boroughs, which means that very, very soon we will outclass them in all of our cities. I mean, look at this. Oyavin already has 8 hexes, and we just built this. This is our newest city. We've just rapidly expanded. Yeah, there's no reason for us to do anything but food here either. So we're just generating tons of food in all of our regions, and we have 1 unit who needs moving orders. That's you. You're fine. You're just going to defend there. Oh, yeah, we won that fire ship fight. Who's surprised? I'm not. Okay, we're done. Oh, Oyavin has no construction. I probably should have noticed that when I was in Oyavin, but I was too busy trying to figure out where we were at and trying to catch up. Let's see, what do we want to build in Oyavin now? We actually have the resources, or we're starting to have the resources to maybe go kind of big in on a Guardian or 2. So maybe we'll do that. Although Oyavin, that's right, Oyavin is actually building our ships that are coming down here to invade, so we're gonna just stick them on more ships. We'll stick them on more of the... Where are you, artillery? There we go. More artillery ships, so there's 4 more in queue, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what we want. 8 more artillery ships coming off the line very soon, and we're done. We do have some stuff to spend on Altar of Auriga, too. We'll do that next turn. Sorry if I sniffle a little bit or I cough, guys. I am still getting over this cold, and it's winter. The game was like, are you getting over that cold? Good, that's what you thought. Here it comes. However, we're not worried about it. Winter actually doesn't bother us that much. Most of our governors are leveled high enough that they can just ignore winter effects. Yeah, look at this. Plus 25 science, dust, and industry for people on cities. And food, apparently. But there is a minus 50% food, which is annoying, and a minus 50% dust on military upkeep. That's actually nice. Oh, we have another fight here. This is our stone soldiers that's over in Auriga territory. We do have the advantage. We'll let them go. Draw. No winner can be designated this turn. Wow. I don't think we've ever really drawn, but it does look like we lost a unit in that fight, so that's not good. Huh. What is this prayer thing? Is that Auriga only, or... Why is that there, and how do I use it? Interesting. I know I have the pearls for this, but I don't know if I can actually use it or if that's an Auriga thing. That's okay, we'll just come over here and start looking at things we want from here. Accessories made of pearl could be good. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. And then when we get that, we'll go ahead and start looking at some of those accessories for our governors and our generals. First, of course, we're gonna do all of these things on the side. We just gained some more population. Surprise, surprise. Janaldos needs to produce more things. It is not at max garrison, so we'll do 2 more stone soldiers there. That will fill out their garrison. And if we have the ability to Burrow Street, we do not. We need 1 more population, which we'll have in 1 turn. Oh, look at this. They actually managed to land the Skoros. They landed the Skoros, but thankfully we have this Scyther right here whose entire function is killing these. That may not happen this time, but we're gonna give it a shot. Didn't kill him, got real close though. Can these artillery ships, can they like hit the land here? No, they can't. Okay, so there's no way for them to interact with him on the land, which is kind of sad. Still though, not the worst thing ever. We do have the ability to pop out this massive, and that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna pop out this army right here and send them down here. Their main intention being to potentially combine with the Scyther and attack, or just attack. We'll just have them attack right here. Because the reality is that Skoros is probably going to become involved in... No, that didn't happen either. Let's try... Can we do this? I don't think we can now. We can't split that army now. I was going to split them out and just sort of box them in right here. But that doesn't seem like it's going to work either, so instead we'll just focus on controlling the water some more. Making sure these guys don't actually get across to mess with us in the first place is the best defense we have. We failed that right there, which is why we're having these confrontations with the Skoros. That being said, we're not really scared of the Skoros that much. These guys should begin moving now. Embark. Embark. Get into the water. Get into the wasa. You are also supposed to be moving towards the... Why'd you stop? Okay, so it's not going to let them move up there because that spot's blocked, but now it will. Now we have two armies right here, one of which has a general, and the time has come, again, my friends, to siege of many things. So we are going to siege right here. We'll also, no, we'll just keep sieging. We'll siege and force them to attack us. If they want to keep breaking their forces against us, that's entirely on them. We will be fine either way. I am reasonably sure that our infiltrator is still here. I want to see what he has available to him now. So he is at level 3, which means that if we use decrease population, they're going to lose 2 population. And how many pop do they have here? 5. They have 5 pop here, so we're just going to wait until he can take 4 like we were originally planning. Because I still want to see if we can bleed out that entire village. That would be kind of incredible. This fleet, or not fleet, this army right here... I'm just gonna have them bribe this minor faction, because there's no reason not to. We have tons and tons of money. You guys are bribed. Okay, good. That'll prevent them from making more units and causing us headaches. And in exchange, we will be able to send this guy over here and begin invading Wistred or Molorez. I think we're gonna go with Molorez first, mainly because they just founded this, so it has, like, no defenses. In the meantime, we should realistically pull these guys back a little bit. We don't want them in that region where they can get drawn in as reinforcements. And then who else do we have going? We've got our ship down here that will be joining these fleets in just a moment. First, we're going to take another one of these places. There we go. We encountered a new minor faction, the Silix. I don't know how we encountered them by attacking a listening post on the water, but sure. Sure, Silix. Nice to know that you are waterbound now. Maybe we saw them right here? No. Ah, there we go. It was right there. Wildwalker's got the Silix in a very, very nice location, which is... Is that volcanic? Basalt Plains, Badlands. No, I don't think this is volcanic. Interesting. There is something going on with the ground there, as you can see, though. It may, in fact, be volcanic. I'm not sure. Did I not finish volcanoforming a region? I thought we did that. Okay, consolidate the by completely volcanoforming a region. Is that one tile not volcanoformed? Is that what it is? Game, really? Game, please. Game, super please. Okay, so that one little square there is not volcanoformed, it looks like. Yeah, so that's why that didn't work. That's alright though, we are gonna go ahead and use titanium to make another volcanoformer. And then we'll have this little guy come over... No, not the golem camp, that guy. We'll have him come right here and drop a volcanoformer. Which means that within 3 turns we should actually... I'm just gonna put it on the thing it goes on. Like, that's it. That's the last one right there. That'll complete that quest. I can't believe that we missed that one spot. That's actually kind of frustrating. You, little naval vessel, can join these guys. It'll take you a few turns to get down there. Actually, you can go take that listening post. That's what I want you to do. You go maintain that listening post, good sir. And I think we're done with those. After that, we did want to take a quick look at the accessories that are now available to us. So let's go ahead and jump into our heroes and look at some of our guys that are... Okay, you are running Sayup, Janadev, Aldadev, Ovian. So Sayup, I believe, is our capital, which is why we're going to go check this guy out and look at what his Pearl accessories are that he now has available to him. Retaliation Deflector, Ice Walker, plus 15 happiness in cities. Like, if we weren't ridiculously happy right now, that would be great. Auriga Affinity, what is that? So we're just gonna put this on for a second. We'll reset changes if we don't like it. Plus 30% pearls received when collecting. That would be great for a general, not for this guy. And then we've got this, which is Retaliation Boost. So essentially, you can increase your retaliation and stuff, and your happiness with pearls. Wait, the happiness isn't even pearls, that's just dust. Okay, so yeah, there's really not that great of stuff from pearls then, I guess. Mainly retaliation counters, which I don't think are going to be, or retaliation improvements, which I don't think are going to be that great for us, because nobody's really getting to our homeland to attack us. So that's somewhat disappointing. It would have been nice if there was maybe a piece of gear that improved naval speed or something. That would have been kind of encouraging. Okay, so that's not going to happen. We already did those attacks. Turn is over. Let's do it. Let's see what happens next. We should look at what other things we can spend these on too, though. Just because we now have the ability. +1 pop on city per pacified village. Does not apply to destroyed and converted villages. To destroyed and converted villages. So it doesn't... Okay, so that doesn't affect the cultists, and it doesn't count for villages that are still destroyed, but anything that we've rebuilt, we can still get credit off of that for. So we'll go ahead and use that, I believe, in our next turn. The Scyther and the Dredge are going. This is unfortunate. Yeah, the Scyther's dead. That's sad times right there. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure this Skoros is dead too now. Get him, boys. Get him. Yeah, Skoros is dead. That's the bigger threat. We're not really worried about that Dredge so much. And we do have another combat going on, which is these guys versus the Ursies. Oh, we don't even need to see this. That's fine. We're gonna win that fight without any hassle whatsoever. Let's go ahead and take a look at this hero right here. Weirasigo has leveled up. Go ahead and get some more production on him, as we have already acquired the... Yeah, that's the main one we want from Wildwalker heroes. But this production is always useful, so we'll go ahead and grab that. Let's see what other heroes we have to address. It's really crazy when you have multiples of the same hero, because it's like confusing whether or not you've already cashed in on everything you want with that guy or what. Especially if you happen to be using one as a general and one as a governor. I almost wish you could rename them. And I don't think you can necessarily. Yeah. It would be nice if you could rename them so that you could sort of define what you were doing with each of those heroes. I think we want to go here? Yeah, we'll go there to get a wide spread of everything instead of just one thing boosted. Population growth is continuing in most of our regions, so let's go ahead and go over here to Janaldas, which should now be able to build a new borough. They can indeed. And we will build that right here. It'll be out in one turn, which is kind of, like, crazy. So we're popping stuff out so quickly that our borough is going to be done in one turn, and in 2 turns we'll be able to build another borough, but for right now we need to throw something else in queue just to fill slots. So we'll go ahead and throw another Stone Sentinel in there, because we can never have too many of those. And yeah, tell people to move. This combat is still going on, I don't know why, like we should have won this by now. We're on phase 4 of 6. Did they kill us? Oh, they got the Stone Soldier, or the Stone Sentinel and the Settler right there. That's crazy, because I thought they weren't making armies anymore. How did they make armies if they're gone? Oh well. I mean, honestly, that Settler was from us unsettling one of the cities we captured, so it wasn't really a loss for us. A net loss of some turns, maybe, but nothing more. Okay, let's get this. Boarding. These guys should be fairly easy to kill. I'm surprised they actually defended this one. They were like, no, these other 2 don't really matter, but this one with less great resources in it, that's the one we need to protect. So now we have control of Chisis as well. Chisis, Rondaria, and Yedeli, I'm sorry. So we are now basically controlling the majority of Ocean, I think. Oh, no, there's this big region right here that's controlled by the Wildwalkers. They actually have 4 naval regions right now, so we're not quite caught up to them on naval control. However, we do control a large portion of the map. We're not quite as large as them. We're getting there. I would say that our cities are probably much more developed than theirs, and will continue to be much more developed than theirs because of the rate at which we're able to pop stuff out. Like, in the time it takes them to expand and build out, we should be able to grow all of our cities to close to max size, so I'm not really worried about that so much. Oh my god, sorry guys. Wow. So I'm actually going to be doing another video potentially this morning, and it's mainly because I got involved in something on Twitter yesterday, and the entire Twitterverse, like... Well, not the entire Twitterverse, but a large portion of gamers on Twitter absolutely lost their mind, and they lost their mind in both directions, so it's an interesting thing. I'll do another video today, I think, and talk about that, and you guys can let me know what you think on the situation. But for right now, let's continue our aggressive expansion. What is... Oh yeah, this is the guy that we had terraforming. He's done now. He can just go there. The Lavaformer will be done in 2 turns, and these guys have already attacked, so we're just gonna have them wait there. They're gonna finish off those dredges to keep our shores clean, and these guys are currently sieging. How much are we taking off of that city a turn right now? That would be an interesting thing to ask. Why'd they stop sieging? I didn't want you guys to stop sieging, I wanted you to keep sieging. Wow, so in 2 turns, all their fortifications will be gone. Yeah, that is even more progress than I expected to be making on their city in 1 turn. Realistically, within the next 2 turns, we should be able to take Yegg. They just don't have the forces there to stop it. They have a Skoros there, I just don't think that Skoros is going to be that big of a difference maker. And I also think they're going to have to decide between taking advantage of the Skoros over there, or us getting other cities over on this side. Sayep has an invalid prereq. Oh, okay. Whoops. Armies now regenerate health as they should. Okay. Industrial processing is unlocked. That means even more production. Double effects of luxury resource boosters on city. Wow. Okay, that's a thing, y'all. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I will take it. Adjust your troop deployment. Please, please, game, just do the thing. Yeah, you can just do the thing in both cases. I really... Go. I don't care. We're gonna win those fights. We both know it, game. Why you even bugging me with this? Okay, so Aldadev does need to build the things. Do you have the ability to build a burrow yet? You do indeed. Okay, so Aldadev now has a new burrow, and we are gonna place that right... I guess we should work our way down, but I still kind of want to work our way around this thing. First, we'll finish out this row, though. We should always just finish out the row first. Doubles effective luxury boosters on that, not worried about that. This is a lot nicer, though, and can be built in every city, so we will definitely put that in queue. And we're gonna go to all of our cities and do that, because we have no reason not to. In fact, in Sayep, we actually ran into our limit, and I didn't notice, because I'm bad at life. But that's okay, so we're gonna put that burrow down, and then we are gonna build the National College and this. These stone sentinels will go down below all of those things. There's a better way to do this, folks. If I just actually hold the key while I'm doing this... There we go. Should stick things right on the top of the queue. There we go, that's what we want. Sure, just buy it out. At this point, money is not an issue for us. We can pretty much buy anything we want. We have 44k. Like, I honestly think we could win the game just by buying armies off of the market and spamming them pretty much everywhere. Population growth in our cities is on a whole nother level. This guy's reached level 4 now, which I believe means we get the most out of this. No, we need 1 more level, which he will be to relatively quickly, so we're not super worried about that either. And let's go look at our hero. Let's go look at our hero. Let's go look at our hero and get some more infiltration. Okay, so that infiltration hero is all set. We do still have a combat going on over here. Oh, they're apparently winning. Okay. I wouldn't have guessed that. And I'm not sure why our other units aren't becoming involved. Oh, okay, now I know why our units aren't becoming involved, because the AI is very intellectual, and it has decided that it is going to leave its units on top of the spawn points for our reinforcements. Nailed it, game. Nailed it. So we'll let that play out now. I guess I should have been a little more worried about that than I was. Nah, not really. Even if we lose that army, we do have another army over there, and there's another en route. And at the point we're at, it's just a matter of time for our units to break through and get them. Yep, send these guys down here. Perfect. Everybody move. Everybody move. Do your move thing. Let's come over to this guy. Okay, so we didn't actually kill anyone there, we just lost a bunch of stone soldiers, and it didn't reinforce with this other unit, which I also don't understand. Unless they specifically attacked that unit. Well, I guess if they specifically attack that unit, it makes more sense. It doesn't really matter. We're still going to finish destroying their fortifications in one turn, so we're just going to leave those guys. I'm not even going to, like, force engage them, because there's no point. However, with these guys, there is a point to garrisoning some of them inside this, so we're going to do that until we cap out this garrison right here, which will be at 8, so we'll need 2 more in there. I don't know why I didn't just select both at once. There we go. And now we still have this guy who's just sort of around to help with naval protection for units that are transferring. That's fine. That is exactly what we want him to do. We could begin to... Yeah, we should probably do that. We should start garrisoning units here. Why you no garrison? How about you? You can. Okay. So we're going to start garrisoning units in this region just to make sure we have some protection for the region. Our resource generation's still off the hook, though, guys. 1 turn until we finish that quest. You are welcome to go back into your garrison, sir. And you can come join your friends down here. And that's it. End the turn. I am, like, amazed at how fast our cities are developing now. Like, it's no joke. I should honestly switch Oyavin over to food now. We've captured that region, so we don't really need to keep producing more ships. Man, these Wild Walkers, though, are for real. Like, the main reason why I made some peaceful alliances with people is because we're gonna need them to take out the Wild Walkers. Sayup, I don't Oh. I'm just being bad at life. That's what's happening. This fight we should have. We're gonna go ahead and auto it, mainly because I don't want to watch the computer do bad on it again. Hey, there we go. Now we're starting to turn things around. That's what we wanted. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if you guys hear that beep every time it happens, but that beep is people responding to one tweet that I made in response to Bethesda's letter that they released about Fallout 76 yesterday. Let's just say people are not happy with my opinion of the letter. And that's the best part, is that people are unhappy with my opinion of the letter, not with my opinion of the game. Doesn't make sense to me either. Anyway, we don't need any of these really, so we're gonna start building towards this thing, which will increase fortification. Yeah, I was like, why has it got a siege icon though if it increases fortification? That actually was confusing for half a second. Okay, Janel Das, you are fully capable of building that production thing, as well as another burrow. I don't know why I said another burrow. Another burrow, y'all. We are actually hitting... Is that the border of Janel Das? No, it's not the border of Janel Das. Is that just all the regions that we don't even have most of those regions volcaniformed. Like, that's what's crazy, is that we have to volcaniform to produce food, and most of these regions... Oh, they're still... No, they're not producing food at all, and this city is still growing at a rate of, like, 1 turn. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 turns right now. That being said, it does mean that we should probably start volcaniforming some regions here, or some areas here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop out that stone soldier. Oh look, another angry person. I'm gonna pop out another stone soldier there and go ahead and start terraforming. Sorry guys, it's super distracting to have that thing beep every half a second, and like Windows does this thing where like, even if you want to turn the notification off, good luck to you, because it's not going to do what you want it to do. Let's volcaniform right here. So that'll give us a little bit more production there too, which is never a bad thing for us to have. These 6 units were from Janel Das. We'll send them over here to Aldadev just to be defensive units. And we will garrison them there, provided that it allows us to. Yes, it does. And then Sayup over here is actually at its limit. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop all of these golems out, and we're going to send them up here to be the next army that goes over after the Alayi with our Morgwar general that takes them across the water kind of thing. That's what those guys are going to be for, and that way Sayup can continue making stone soldiers with impunity. Honestly, though, I'm super tempted to switch them over to food so that we can grow the city faster. Even if we just put some of them on food. God, we're generating 10k dust a turn at this point, guys. Like, dust is not even an issue for us. I'm just gonna go buy everything that I want. I want that. I want that. I don't need to buy those because I kind of have those. This is plus on food, so that actually will speed up what we're doing right now, so if we don't have spices running, we want to. Wine is sort of irrelevant because our empire is ecstatic. Okay. Ooh, Titan Bones is nice, but we really aren't producing... the ×2 production actually doesn't really help us that much at this point. Buying units could, buying heroes could. But we don't even have any more cities for heroes to govern. Like, we have reached a point right now, guys, where money has no value to us in this game. We have so much dust. Let's go down that way with him. Everybody move. Everybody do your preset movements, please. Do those. Come on. Because I shouldn't have 6 units that are like, we don't know what we're doing. But apparently I do. I told you guys to go into Aldadev. You know what you're doing, so it shouldn't be saying you don't. And you guys are going to begin sieging. Cannot start a siege right now. Why can we... Oh, because we're not actually in city view. There we go. Now we can... That was really weird. Okay, siege away, guys. You got this. 2 turns and that city will be vulnerable. We have another army of stone soldiers that's going to be landing within a turn. Yeah, this is quickly going our way. I'm going to bring that guy over there so he can engage the little Vaulter ship over there just for fun. Put him in the garrison. What else do we have going on? You can come garrison down here as well. Mainly because there's only 1 ship down there at this time. For you little guys, you can come volcaniform some more stuff. Like, we have plenty of room for you to volcaniform other things. There we go, just do that one. Just do that one. Alright. You guys know what you're doing. We're done. God, there's so many things going on, and, like, the only saving grace is that we're in such a good place in the game that it doesn't even matter. We are, however, out of time. In fact, I may have gone a little bit over, and if I did, I apologize for that, guys. I'm very sorry. The Twitter thing is hugely distracting. I will be putting up a video talking about that today, though, so if you have any interest at all in Fallout 76 or the direction that Bethesda GameWorks as a studio is going, definitely check that video out. I'd love to hear your opinion on the subject. Thank you for watching, and keep gaming responsibly. Bye!